Have you ever been so tired, so close to giving up, that you almost walked away from everything you dreamed of? I did. And the day I almost quit was the day everything began to change. I still remember that day like it happened yesterday. The room was silent, but inside my head there was noise I couldn't escape. I sat on the edge of my bed, staring at the floor. My body felt heavy, as if every drop of energy had been drained out of me. The walls seemed to press closer, the air felt thick, and all I wanted was to make the pain stop. For months, I had been fighting for a dream. I worked late into the night, woke up before sunrise, and gave everything I had. I sacrificed comfort, time, and even relationships. Yet, no matter how hard I pushed, nothing seemed to move forward. Every door I knocked on stayed closed. Every chance I reached for slipped through my fingers. The weight of failure grew heavier each day. Bills piled up. My body ached from exhaustion. My mind was filled with doubt. I began to wonder if maybe the world was trying to tell me something, that my dream wasn't meant for me. That morning, I whispered the words I had feared for so long. Maybe it's time to quit. The thought felt sharp, like a knife cutting through everything I believed in. For months, I had promised myself that quitting was not an option. I told myself that winners never quit and quitters never win. But in that moment, quitting didn't feel like weakness. It felt like relief. I imagined what life would be like if I stopped. No more late nights. No more stress. No more rejection. I could finally breathe. I could return to an ordinary life, safe and predictable. The idea tempted me. Freedom from the struggle sounded sweet. My chest felt lighter just thinking about walking away. But then, another thought came. If I quit now,
Maybe I should
everything
quit.
I had sacrificed would mean nothing. All the hours, all the effort, all the pain, it would all vanish into thin air. And worse, I would never know how close I might have been to success. It was a terrifying possibility. What if I was just one step away? As I sat there, caught between the comfort of quitting and the pain of continuing, something inside me spoke. It wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic. Just a quiet voice, soft but steady. Not today. Not yet. Just one more step. It almost felt silly. How could one more step change anything? But that small voice gave me something bigger than logic. It gave me hope. I stood up, not with strength, but with stubbornness. My legs felt weak, my heart heavy, but I moved anyway. I told myself, if I fail again, so be it. But I will not fail today by quitting. That simple decision changed the entire direction of my life. I went back to work, not with passion, not with fire, but with the determination to survive just one more day. I sent one more email. I knocked on one more door. I made one more call. Each action felt small, almost meaningless. Yet, in those tiny steps, something shifted. Because on that very day, the day I almost quit, I received an answer. A message I had been waiting for. Someone finally said yes. It wasn't a huge opportunity. It wasn't fame or fortune, but it was enough to prove that my efforts were not invisible. It was like breathing again after drowning. That single yes reminded me that sometimes life doesn't reward you when you expect it. Sometimes it tests how badly you want something. And often, the reward is waiting just beyond the moment you want to give up. Let me be clear, my life didn't change overnight. That, yes,
Should I
wasn't a
stop?
magic key that opened every door, but it was a spark. And sparks, if protected, can grow into fire. After that day, I kept moving. I failed again many times, but each failure hurt less because I had learned something vital. The darkest moment often comes right before the breakthrough. I started to see progress, slowly at first, like drops of water filling a glass. A small opportunity turned into a bigger one. A single connection led to more. Every step gave me more strength. Looking back, I realized something powerful. The day I almost quit was the day that defined me. Not the day I succeeded, not the day I celebrated, but the day I stayed when everything in me wanted to leave. Life will push you to your limits. It will make you doubt your dream, your ability, even your worth. It will whisper, "Give up. Walk away. This is not for you." And many people listen,
Hello, everyone.
not because they are
I'm
weak,
so glad to
but
be here
because the
today.
pain feels endless. When you are in the middle of struggle, it feels like it will never end. But pain is not endless. It is a storm. It passes. And on the other side, the air is clearer, the sky brighter, and you stronger. The truth is, success doesn't belong to those who never fail. It belongs to those who refuse to let failure be their final chapter. It belongs to those who take one more step when quitting feels easier. Maybe you are in your own dark moment right now. Maybe your dream feels too far, your work too heavy, your heart too tired. I know that feeling. I lived it. I almost quit. But I am here to tell you that your story is not over. If you can stay one more day, if you can take one more step, you may discover that your breakthrough is waiting just a little further than you think. Do not let the day you almost quit become the day you lose everything you dreamed of. Let it be the day that changes your life. The day I almost quit
Don't
changed
quit.
my life. Not because I was the strongest, not because I was the smartest, not because I was the luckiest, but because I chose to fight for one more day. And you can too. If you are tired, stay one more day. If you are hopeless, take one more step. If you are ready to quit, whisper to yourself, "Not today, not yet." Because sometimes the difference between failure and success is not talent or timing. It is simply endurance, the decision to keep going when everything in you wants to stop. Remember this. The urge to quit is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign that you are close. Because struggle is proof that you are moving, and moving means you are alive in the fight. So hold on, stay strong, and never forget, the moment you survive the urge to quit is the moment you step into a future you never thought possible.